And welcome everyone to a Pac-12 chat. I'm Andy Katz, pleased to be joined by Isaac Bonton and CJ Elleby from Washington State after a great weekend at home against Oregon schools. You swept the Oregon schools. Klay Thompson's number was retired. Tremendous. 3-3 right now in the Pac-12, 12-7 overall as you head to the Mountain schools at Colorado, at Utah. 34 points for Isaac against the Beavers. CJ, you had quite a weekend, over 20 points against Oregon and Oregon State. Tell me, let's first deal with the overall feeling of this group, of this team. How did you guys put together such a great weekend and knocking off the Ducks and the Beavers? We'll start with you, Isaac.
Oh, man, we just wanted to focus on defending and rebounding like we always do. We knew coming off the Stanford loss, it was a pretty big loss for us, but, we gained strength mentally from adversity and everything. So we just wanted to come into Oregon schools. We knew I had a tough matchup, and we just wanted to come focused and ready, and then that translated into the Beavers game. Obviously, it was pretty exciting. We knew that Klay was getting his jersey retired on Saturday, and so it was big for the city, for the town of Pullman, and it was a good atmosphere when everybody came out.
So, CJ, I talked to Kyle Smith, I think, a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about the injuries and how you guys have almost had, multiple seasons within one. What clicked so well in your mind this past weekend against the Oregon schools?
I think we just had players that were ready to step up. Noah Williams, the freshman, and DJ Rodman, they both gave us two great efforts, and I think when you have people who can step into the role and, when the lights are on, play really good like that and perform, it helps the whole team.
All right, so one at a time here. We'll start with you, Isaac. What was it like to see Klay Thompson's number retired, to have Steph Curry in the house, and to bring back, those kind of memories of those really good Washington State teams?
I mean, it was awesome. We knew from the morning, when we got there early for shoot around and workouts, just the line that was outside of Beasley, it was ridiculous. It was probably past the dorms, which is all the way down the street. And, so we knew it was going to be an electric atmosphere, and it was just great for Klay. I have Steph there, too. It was just it was a pretty amazing experience.
CJ?
Well, being here last year, I've never seen a gym like that. I don't even think I've ever seen it half as full, maybe once or twice. But just to see it, all the way to the top of Beasley, and just to feel the energy in the building, to have Klay and Steph there, and Klay getting his jersey retired. I know it was a special night for him, and he'll never forget it, but I won't ever forget it either. I don't think the team will, and I just feel blessed to be a part of it.
So to that point, Isaac, this was a special occasion, but did it show you what this home court can be like if you continue winning and they come?
Absolutely. We wanted to put on a show for the fans. They came out, and obviously I wasn't here last year, but having the Beasley Arena sold out, it's a big arena, so we wanted to kind of set that as a standard. Hopefully, we keep getting attendance like that, but if not, we got goals to focus on anyways.
All right, CJ, let's look ahead to the Mountain schools. Never easy to go into either one of those spots in Colorado and Utah. You got altitude to deal with, obviously. They've been playing well at different times. Colorado, obviously, one of the preseason favorites. How do you make sure the way you guys played at home transfers to the road?
I think it just starts, right now with these few practices we're going to have coming up before we leave. We just got to be locked in, and I think everybody needs to get hydrated and get their bodies ready for a tough week. And obviously, like you said, those two places are very hard to go and win in. Obviously, they have great home crowds, and I think we just got to focus on ourselves and try to take this show on the road.
Isaac, you weren't there last year. There's obviously been a process at Washington State to try to get them higher in the standings, to be relevant, to win games. There's been a lot of turnover. What have you seen in your short time in Pullman playing for Kyle Smith that gives you hope and optimism that things are definitely changing?
Support from the whole, Coug family. Everybody at the school is a really big Coug supporter. Everywhere you go, you always find someone that's, saying go Cougs. Like Klay said, when he's at away games, and it keeps him going that he hears go Cougs, in the stands. And, I just felt that from the whole environment here. It's a real big. Everyone's proud to be a Cougar here, so that gives everybody hope.
All right, CJ, biggest difference for you from last year to this year?
That's a good question. I really don't like comparing. I was asked that question a lot early in the year, and I'll just speak on this year. Because it's just a fresh feeling. I think the coaching staff comes in and every day we try to get better. Every day they try to bring consistent energy and consistent effort in what they do, and I think it trickles down to us. We have an off day or a bad day. You don't really have a choice but to raise the bar and do better. So when you're held to a certain standard, and they don't accommodate for you and bring that standard lower, you have to kind of accommodate yourself and no matter how you're feeling, in a day, you still have to bring it. I think that's been the biggest turnaround for me.
Isaac Bonton, CJ Elleby, we appreciate it. You guys are off to a great start in the Pac-12 at Washington State with that home sweep at Oregon and Oregon State. Now you're on the road to Colorado and Utah. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Andy.